Hello, we're excited to get on the video and tell you a little bit about what's been cooking for us in our work. And, both Chooz and I have been having this experience over many, many years now of engaging in kind of long-term systems change efforts and long-term systems change work. But I think for both of us, although we've had the opportunity to do long-term work, there has also been a recurring pattern of going into organizations and systems, building capacity around greater engagement and greater participation, ending up defining some of the kind of root cause fundamental issues. If we address those over time, it would really make a difference. And then when those get surfaced, the engagement stops.
That's
right? And so, both of us have reached a point, or at least I'll speak for myself, Chooz, I've reached a point where that's no longer satisfying for me. I don't feel like I want to spend the rest of my life till I'm 75 and I retire helping people get trained in participatory leadership so their current dysfunctional system can function a little bit better and make it be a little bit more bearable for people. I think that's valuable work, but it's not what I want to spend. It's not my calling. I can feel it in my heart. So we have been engaging in this fundamental question of how do we position ourselves to support the organizations and leaders and individuals that we're working with to not just train and identify fundamental issues, but to really begin to take responsibility for them and start tackling them.
That's right. Because I think, it's not only, maybe that's not our calling or our level of satisfaction. It's actually, I think that the leaders we're working with, they want to know what to do next. They see the possibility of working differently. They see the possibility of really taking on issues, and they're not sure how to do it.
That's right.
And so it feels like this is also a response to leaders saying, yes, how are we going to do this? Not only how do we raise awareness and understand leverage points, but then how do we move on them? And how do we iterate and learn and actually long-term learn what's working and what's not working, learn how to react and respond, and then institutionalize that into our systems, right? So that it doesn't become just a one-off project, even if it's a long-term project, that we've actually institutionalized the learning, we've institutionalized the change. And so we've been developing a model to actually bring that to folks.
Right, and think about how we do that in a fundamentally participatory way. So how do we not surrender our principles of participation when we begin to enter into the larger scale systems change work or the implementation of prototypes or particular pilots or projects that are beginning to transform systems from within or have impact upon systems from without. And so it's exciting. It's exciting for us. So we've been cracking a 3-year model, and we're going to be sharing it over 2017.
And I want to say too, it's not only how do we implement participation, but it's how do we actually keep equity at the core of that implementation the entire time, right? So it's not that we have come to some understanding of equity or some need for equity, but actually that in participation with the idea of institutionalizing equity.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
That's part of what's so exciting about it is that feels like, oh, let's figure out how to do that well. Let's participate. Let's put equity at the center. Let's do that on a systems level. And we know that's going to take time.
Yeah, because as we've said before, we don't believe that systems change truly takes root unless we are beginning to address some of the fundamental issues of equity within our organizations and our systems. Because what is happening in society is inevitably playing out within our systems and our organizations. Inevitably, right? And so we're not going to see systems change without addressing issues of equity and inequity and power as we do our systems change work.
So that's what we're up to.
Cool. So keep an eye out. We're excited to be sharing it over 2017. We're already talking to some senior leaders and clients about it. And so if you're interested to know more, drop us an email and we'll see what we can cook up.
Sounds great.
All right. Bye.